When people think about traveling to Mexico, places like Cancun, Tulum, or Mexico City usually comes to mind. But tucked away in the heart of the Yucatan Peninsula is a city that often flies under the radar, Merida. Merida isn't famous for massive resorts or crowded beaches. Instead, it's known for its colorful colonial streets, rich Maya heritage, incredible food, and a slower pace of life that has made it one of Mexico's most beloved cities among both locals and international visitors. I had the opportunity to visit Merida myself, and while I expected a beautiful colonial city, I wasn't prepared for just how welcoming, vibrant, and authentic it felt. In this video, we'll explore the history of Merida, what makes it unique today, the places that stood out during my visit, and why it might deserve a spot on your travel bucket list. Now, the history of Merida begins long before the Spanish arrived. The area was originally home to the Mayan civilization, one of the most advanced cultures in the Americas. The ancient Mayan city of Tijo once stood where modern Merida is located today. In 1542, Spanish conquistador Francisco de Montejo established the colonial city of Merida using stones taken from Mayan structures. And like many cities founded during Spain's expansion to the Americas, Merida became a center of government, religion, and commerce. In walking through the historic center today, you can still see this blend of cultures. Massive Spanish cathedrals stand only a short distance from ancient Maya archaeological sites scattered throughout the region. This combination of indigenous and Spanish influences gives Merida a character unlike almost anywhere else in Mexico. Now, one of the first things I noticed was how relaxed everything felt. Nobody seemed to be in a hurry. Merida isn't just peaceful, it's consistently ranked as one of the safest cities in Mexico. And honestly, you feel it the moment you start walking around. Unlike many tourist destinations, Merida isn't built around visitors. It's a city where people actually live, work, and gather every day. And the downtown streets are filled with local families, musicians, cafes, markets, and parks instead of endless souvenir shops. So the city is famous for preserving its colonial architecture. Brightly painted buildings like narrow streets, horse-drawn carriages occasionally pass by, and every corner seems to offer another photo opportunity. Merida is also known for its cultural events. Almost every week, you'll find traditional dance performances, live music, food festivals, or local celebrations happening throughout the historic center. That strong sense of local culture is something you immediately notice. But Merida isn't just museums, plazas, and pastel-colored streets. Drive just about 20 to 40 minutes outside the city, and suddenly, the Yucatan switches genres. We go from colonial architecture to jungle, caves, crystal clear water, and a beautiful cooling cenotes. What's a cenote, you might ask? Cenotes are natural sinkholes formed by the collapse of limestone bedrock, exposing groundwater. And nothing like going to one to cool off from a hot day. Now, here are three cenotes that are about an hour drive from Merida. Cenote Xbatún, Cenote de Zombacal, and Cenote Santa Bárbara. All these very unique in their own ways. Now, you can go to many of them. There's approximately about 9,000 cenotes, so you can definitely find one that you're gonna like. But whether you want history, adventure, or a peaceful escape, the cenotes around Merida deliver. And the best part, they're all close enough to visit in a single day. Then you can head right back into the city for food, the nightlife, or everything else that Merida does best. And if you do want the beach, well, Progreso is just a quick 30-minute drive from Merida. Close enough to escape for a few hours, but far enough to feel like a completely different world. Plus, Progreso is a beautiful, laid-back beach. No massive resorts, no packed crowds, just calm water and local vibes. Now, one of my favorite places was the Plaza Grande. It's the heart of the city and the perfect place to sit, relax, and watch everyday life unfold. Families, they gather in the evenings, musicians perform, the vendors sell local snacks, and the atmosphere feels incredibly welcoming. Another highlight was walking along Paseo de Montejo. Inspired by the grand boulevards of Europe, it's lined with beautiful historic mansions that tell the story of Merida's wealth during the boom that they had in the late 19th century. It's become one of my favorite places simply to walk around and take everything in. I also love exploring the smaller streets surrounding downtown. Some of my favorite moments weren't famous landmarks at all. They were just the colorful homes, the hidden cafes, the local bakeries, and the conversations with friendly people I met along the way. And sometimes the best travel experiences happen when you stop trying to see everything and just simply enjoy where you are. Now, you can't talk about Merida without mentioning the food. Well, actually, you can't talk about any Mexican place without mentioning food. It's a must. Yucatanian cuisine is very different from what many people think of as traditional Mexican food. The traditional tacos. The regional specialties they have are cochinita pibil, panuchos, salbutes, sopa de lima, and papazules. They have flavors that are inspired or influenced by centuries of Maya traditions and mixed with Spanish and Caribbean influences. Let's just say I tried all those dishes and more. One bonus tip, make sure that you check the sauces before just throw it into your tacos or your food because they love habaneros around here. Also, try the agua de chaya drink. It's a Mexican beverage made from the leaves of the chaya plant, and the one I tried, they also mix lemon with it. It's very good. Now, my favorite restaurant was La Chaya Maya. They had great dishes with plates being around $12, $13 or so, and I love how you can actually see the tortilla lady making fresh tortillas as you eat. So make sure to go also to the famous local market, the Lucas de Galvez market. You won't be disappointed. So whether you're eating from a local market or a family-owned restaurant, it's easy to understand why so many visitors rave about the city's food scene. Over the past several years, Merida has become increasingly popular with travelers, retirees, and digital nomads. People are drawn to its rich culture, its history, the cultural experiences, the relatively affordable cost of living, safe and secure living, warm climate, and slower pace compared with many other large cities. And even as its popularity grows, it still feels far more authentic than many heavily developed tourist destinations. That city experience, plus the cenote and the beach being nearby, are what make Merida so special. Now, before visiting Merida, I expected another beautiful colonial city. What I found instead was a place with incredible history, fascinating culture, amazing food, and some of the friendliest people I've encountered while traveling. It's the kind of city that doesn't need flashy attractions to leave a lasting impression. If you're looking for beaches and nightlife, there are plenty of other destinations in Mexico. But if you want history, culture, incredible architecture, unforgettable food, and authentic glimpse into life in the Yucatan, Merida is really hard to beat. If you've been to Merida, I'd love to hear about your favorite memories in the comments below. And if it's on your travel list, let me know what's making you want to visit it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give a like and subscribe. I'm heading to Guatemala next, so you won't want to miss those videos that will be dropping soon. But until next time, I'm James, and I'll see you in the next video.